There was no other way to say this, but I shit my pants. And not in the regular, like it was a couple of turds and they stayed right there. It was just so the creamy came out because I made the mistake of having irritable bowel syndrome and eating the hamburger slash meatloaf slash mystery meat that they served at lunch, combining that with chocolate milk. My mother started to make my lunch again after that for obvious reasons. And I went to 7th grade like that. Combine that with self-esteem issues that I had with being dark-skinned. But then again, wait, 6 wasn't that great either because for 6 months of the 6th grade, I was relentlessly bullied by Eric. You know the story, 6'2", 187 pounds, failed the 6th grade twice. Which brings me to present day, 8th grade. I'm standing here currently with a giant size ringworm, not contagious, on my forehead. Weeks before luncheon and graduation and all the 8th grade activities. Safe to say, I hated middle school. It just was horrible. The thing that made middle school much better was my parents, my family rather, chocolate milk, Challenge of the Super Friends on Saturday morning, and Maria Johnson. Maria, in my opinion, was Beyonce before Beyonce ever thought about being Beyonce. She was captain of the Pom Pom Squad, vice president of our class, a shoo-in for valedictorian, and my best friend since the summer before 6th grade when we met at Camp Makasabi. We spent the entire week doing crafts and wading our feet in the water, and it was fun. We didn't know, and when we hugged, we didn't think we'd see each other again because she went to private school, and I went to Bradwell. And who knew we would wind up here at Adam Glayton Powell in 7th grade. And I loved Maria from the very first time I sat next to her and talked to her. But I was not any of the things she was. I was portly. I had pimples on my face, the aforementioned ringworm, big old glasses, and my athletic prowess was reduced to playing dodgeball and spelling bees. But I had to do something. Bruce Wayne, my hero, would do something. And so I did. I pulled out my typewriter and I started typing, "Dear Maria, I like you. I like you a whole lot. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'll be the best boyfriend ever. You know, I love the way you drink chocolate milk like me. I love the way you wear your hair in pigtails. I love the way you read comic books like me, even though you like Superman and I like Batman because he's better, but that's okay. I'll be the best boyfriend ever. I'll never hurt you. Signed, James. P.S. Please circle yes or no." And I took the letter, read it over, went to my dad's dresser and got a bottle of gray flannel and held the letter up and sprayed it and let it marinate a little bit. Put it in an envelope, put it in my Batman book bag, and waited for school the next day. Went to school and I knew I had a perfect plan on when to give the letter to Maria. I wasn't going to give it to her early in the day because we had our hard classes then and library. So I decided to wait until near the end of the school, right after gym. And lo and behold, when we got to gym that day, we were playing dodgeball. Oh my God, this would be my perfect opportunity to show her how great a boyfriend I might be with my skills playing dodgeball. We were winning. We were trouncing the other team. They had 2 players left. The ball came screeching towards Maria. I took 2 steps to my left, caught it, skipped my knee, jumped up, fired, got the other guy out. We won. And we were all jumping around, slapping fives and everything. And Maria came and ran and put her arm around my neck and got close to me and said, "James, you were so great. You kept the ball from hitting me. Thank you." I was like, "Oh, okay." On the outside, on the inside, my heart was going, "Ah! And I was so excited that it went from my brain to my heart, down to my shorts. Yep. And she felt it. And she jumped back and I was like, "Oh," I bent over, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." She says, "Okay." And she went off giggling. I had to sit there and wait a little bit for it to go down because when you're younger, they just don't go down that quick. So I went back to class, went to the bathroom, changed in my clothes, went to class, got the letter, handed it to Maria and said, "Here, this is for you. She said, what is it? It's a letter from you. And she said, well, who's it from? Which I thought was a dumbass question, considering I was the one handing it to her. But it was Maria, so I let it slide. That's from me to you. She said, well, go ahead, let me read it. And I said, okay. And I went to the other side of the room and I watched her read it until she looked up and saw me watching and reading. And by that time, the 3:15 bell rang. And she came over and handed me the letter. She said, thank you, James. I'll see you. And she went with some friends, and I figured she would be outside, so I waited a little bit, and so not to seem anxious, and I ran down the steps, got outside, looked around, she wasn't there. I said, okay, she probably went to the ice cream shop, because I told her we were going to go get ice cream. Oh, I dropped the envelope, dropped my bag, and read the letter. No was circled. I cleaned off my glasses, and maybe I read it wrong. Again, no was circled. I read it 20 more times. No was still circled. I started to read, but I couldn't because there was water on the paper, water in my eyes. I don't know how long I was out there. All I heard was, Bobo! It's my dad. I saw him. I knew I was in trouble because I wasn't at home in a timely fashion, and I didn't care. I just kept looking at the letter. My dad got close to me. Bobo, your mother and I were... And he stopped. And he looked. And I met his gaze. And in one motion, I still don't know to this day how he did this. In one motion, he got my book bag. He picked up the envelope. He took the letter out of my hand, put it in the envelope, put the envelope in the bag over his shoulder, handkerchief from somewhere, wiped my face. Said, son, what's wrong? I said, she said, no, Dad. She said, no. He said, because I'm ugly, Dad. My dad, he chuckled. And I looked at him. He says, son, you're going to hear no a lot more than you want to in this life. It's all a part of growing up. The thing is that you should be proud of yourself. And one day you show courage to let someone know how you feel about them. That's not easy to do. He said, and someday, someone is going to feel the same way about you. And I said, for real? He said, yeah. And my dad was right. I do hear no more than I wish to. And he was right. Somebody would feel that way about me that I feel about them. And I got through middle school. And Maria and I were still friends because that's what you did. But my dad finished up that day to ease everything off. He said this to me, and I'll never forget it. And I love you for that, Dad. He says, Bobo, I know I'm not Maria, but let's go have a chocolate shake. Thank you.